If you've ever been underestimated, disrespected, or just flat out annoyed by someone who thought rules don't apply to them, hit that like button and subscribe. Because today, you're in for one of the most satisfying slices of petty revenge you'll ever hear. Now buckle up, because this stool thief is about to get served. It all went down last month in Quezon City. Just a casual Thursday night. My friends and I, 4 of us girls, had clocked out of our 9 to 5s and decided to treat ourselves to some much-needed drinks and laughter at a little restaurant tucked into a side street. You know the kind, warm lights, good music, half the crowd still in office wear, the other half already tipsy by 7 p.m. We grabbed one of the tall high-top tables. The ones that come with those tall metal bar stools, slightly wobbly, a little uncomfortable, but hey, better than standing. There were only a handful of those stools in the whole bar. If you got one, you kept it. We'd secured 4, 1 for each of us. But when one of my friends, let's call her Sam, headed to the restroom, she naturally left her seat vacant for a few minutes. And that's when he entered the story. Tallish guy. Polo shirt just a little too tight, like he'd been working out and wanted everyone to know. He moved like the room owed him something. And the faint cloud of fruity vape trailing behind him didn't exactly scream humility. Without a word, without eye contact, nothing. He walks over to our table, grabs Sam's stool, and starts dragging it back to his. No, excuse me. No, is this taken? Just yoink and gone. My mouth dropped open. Hey, I called out, someone's sitting there. He glanced back and said, with the smuggest little half smile, well, she's not here now, is she? And just like that, he turned around and took the seat for himself, like he'd just solved world hunger or something. I looked over at the rest of my friends, expecting one of them to chime in. But you know that moment where everyone's trying to process if that really just happened? Yeah, that. We let it go for now. Sam came back just moments later. I explained what happened, and her eyebrows shot up. She wasn't mad, just kind of baffled. You could tell she didn't want to cause a scene. So she just stood awkwardly next to the table, drink in hand, doing that weird one-leg lean thing people do when they're trying not to seem uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Mr. Vape and Polo over at his table, laughing with his barcoda, completely unbothered. Not even a glance in our direction. That's when the shift happened. From surprise to simmering irritation. The kind of irritation that builds slowly, methodically. I watched him and his friends out of the corner of my eye, waiting. And about 20 minutes later, the opportunity presented itself like a gift from the karma gods. They all got up, probably to smoke. They headed toward the outdoor area, leaving their table, and his stolen stool, completely unguarded. I looked at Sam. She looked at me. And I smiled. Be right back, I said, standing up with purpose. I strutted over, grabbed the stool like it was mine, because it was, and carried it right back to our table. Then, I flagged down one of the servers. She approached with that polite customer service smile, and I leaned in. Hi. Just a heads up, the guy over there took one of our stools earlier when my friend stepped away. He just left for a smoke break. So we've taken it back. If he complains, I just wanted you to know. She blinked, nodded once and said, noted ma'am. No drama. No confrontation. Just a quiet alliance with the bar staff. And now, we wait. 5 minutes later he returned, still puffing out clouds of apple-mint arrogance. He walked back to his table and paused. The stool was gone. The flash of confusion on his face was delicious. He looked around. Then his eyes landed on our table. On his, no, our, stool. And us, sitting calmly like nothing happened. He marched over. That's mine, he said, his voice low but tense. I slowly turned, sipped my beer, and looked him dead in the eye. Well, I said sweetly. You're not sitting now, are you? It was his words thrown right back at him. And the moment it clicked, you could see it in his face. That flicker of recognition. That instant realization that he'd just been served. He turned to the bar staff like he was about to snitch on a kindergarten classmate. And that's when the final blow landed. The same server walked up to him, perfectly polite and straight-faced, and said, "Sorry, sir. No more extra seats available. You can stand and wait for one to free up." Boom. Case closed. He didn't argue. He didn't fight. He just stood there. 4 hours. He loitered awkwardly beside his table, next to one of those big floor fans that the bar uses to keep the air moving. And that fan, it was blowing his hair straight up the whole night. Think anime protagonist mid-transformation, but with sweat, secondhand smoke, and the aura of a man who just lost a very stupid battle. Watching him pace, shuffle, glare, and, my personal favorite, try to discreetly run his hands through his flyaway hair every 2 minutes. It was bliss. He'd glance at us every now and then, probably hoping we'd feel guilty. We didn't. Every minute he stood there was a reminder. You thought you could steal from us and get away with it? This wasn't petty. This was poetic. And the best part, we never raised our voices. We never escalated. We just waited, and gave him exactly what he gave us. Nothing. Sometimes, revenge doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes, the sweetest kind of justice is letting someone stew in the exact discomfort they dished out. He thought we were just some random group of girls he could walk all over. Instead, he walked right into his own standing ovation. If you loved that moment of karmic justice, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps more people find stories like this. And tell us in the comments, what's the pettiest, but most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Don't forget to subscribe if you want more real stories that prove the universe does keep receipts. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't steal chairs, especially if karma's watching.